Year 6, my name's Mrs Higgins and I'm the food technology teacher here at Shrewsbury Academy. I'm delighted to be able to demonstrate to you how to make some shortbread, and these shortbread are going to be shaped into an owl and a star shape. Now obviously before I do start to demonstrate I need to make sure, and I have done so already, my hands are washed and I am wearing an apron. Now when you do this for yourselves, please make sure that you have some adult supervision, because you will be using an oven that needs to be preheated. Now the method and temperatures and quantities are all going to be labelled and given to you in advance. So what is the method? So first of all you will have your cone, and inside your cone you have got 150 grams of plain flour. We're making a biscuit, so we don't need it to rise in the oven. And in addition to the flour, we have 50 grams of caster sugar. Open your cone, to which you empty into a sieve. And I'm going to hold my sieve high, and using my palm of my hand, the sieve is tapped to allow that sugar and flour to go into the bowl, and in doing so it captures some air, and that air is going to give your biscuit that good shortness, hence the name shortbread biscuits, because the shortness is what is going to give you that light crumb. Any flour that hasn't quite gone through the sieve, you can push through. Okay, so there I have flour and sugar sieved, to which you will need to have some butter or margarine. Now it needs to be pre-weighed accurately, so you can either do so by using some digital scales, and my balancing scales are showing me that it's 100 grams, or you may have some digital scales at home. It is to your advantage that butter has come straight from the fridge, because this is a mixture that doesn't like to be over-handled. So the idea is that we are going to use our fingertips. So the fingertips are nice and cool. They're the coldest part of your hand. So with your fingertips, you are going to bring together the butter and the flour, and you carry out the technique that we call the rubbing in method. So my thumb and fingers are rubbing the flour into the butter and sugar, and again, like what we did with the sieve, you are holding or generating that mixture at a height. So again, like the sieve action, as the mixture falls, it's capturing air, giving you that nice light biscuit. Now don't overwork this, because we know that in the heat the butter will melt, which we don't want to happen. Now the idea being is that your fingers rub into the flour with the butter and sugar, and the texture that you visually want to see is a nice breadcrumb texture. So if I just show you now, you can see it's a little bit like working with sand. It's a nice breadcrumb texture. And the idea being is, if you shake the bowl, surprisingly, the lumps of butter that haven't been rubbed in appear on the surface. So that gives you an extra opportunity to rub in. Okay, now there are no other ingredients in making shortbread. So what you are to do now is that you are going to bring the breadcrumb together, and we do this by holding one hand tilted on the bowl and the other hand you bring together. Now the idea being is the warmth of your hand this time is going to bring all that breadcrumb together, and you know that everything has been weighed out to a perfect dough when you basically can pick up all the breadcrumb and you've got a nice clean bowl without any breadcrumb remaining. So hands are nice and clean. Here is my dough. You will now need a rolling pin. You will need what we call a palette knife and a shaped cutter. So the idea being is that this is going to be rolled. Now you just need a light dusting of flour. Shortbread dough doesn't like to be dry, it doesn't like to be overhandled. So with an even pressure on your rolling pin, you're going to roll your dough. Now if it looks cracked like that, just with the warmth of your hands, bring it together. And the idea is that you are going to just turn it around on the work surface, and that tells you that it's not sticking. If it is sticking a little, just put a little bit of flour onto the rolling pin, and what you are to do is to roll this out so it's about the thickness of a £1 coin. Okay, so it's a little bit sticking there, so a little bit more flour. Okay, right, so the thickness of a coin, and then with your cutter, go to the edge and cut and place it onto a greased baking tray. Okay, so that is going to be the shape of my owl, and I'm now going to do a star. And this is why the palette knife is of use, because you can lift it with the palette knife and place onto your baking tray. So you keep going until we cannot cut any more out, placing them onto the baking tray. And the idea is that we are not going to waste any of our dough, because this dough can be re-rolled out. So all of this scrap now can be brought together with your hands, and we can re-roll again. So a little bit more flour onto our work surface, a little bit onto our rolling pin, and we will re-roll. Again, turning it round, squeezing it together, and cut out as many as you can. Don't go directly into the centre, go onto the outside. Okay, and with your palette knife, pick it up and place it. Two cutters that I'm using is an owl and also a star. What we will do is that we will make sure that these are with you in cardboard, so you can go around and cut these, perhaps using a dinner knife to give you that shape. When you've cut out as many shortbread biscuits as you can, these need to go into an oven. Now your oven needs to be preheated at 180, that is gas mark 4, and they take about 20 minutes. Okay, make sure please that we are safe and we are using oven gloves, and again make sure that there is some adult supervision with you for this task. So mine are going to go onto the top shelf, close the door, and they're going to take 20 minutes or so to cook. So what we now have are the cooked shortbread biscuit. What you want them to look is quite pale in colour. When they do come out of the oven, they're quite soft, and because they're soft, it does allow you to add some detail. So to the owls, I've just added some currants for eyes and a little bit of orange peel for the owl beak. And then to finally finish it off, I've just put a little bit of sugar to sprinkle on the top. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed watching that, and I look forward to seeing your biscuits sent to us, which would be fabulous.